Hello everybody and welcome in to tonight's collective reading. Let's check the energies and see what's in store for us. The Emperor for the first card out. The Lovers to the bottom of the deck, and transformation. Somebody has transformed and is aligning with a relationship, like a proper relationship. What do we have with the Emperor Spirit? The Nine of Cups. Look at this. So this Emperor found self-love and he's taking control of his life. It's a masculine energy, so I just say his life, but it could be, you could be female as well, doesn't matter. It could be anything really. We all have all these energies within us. The Wheel of Fortune, the time has come. Yeah, somebody realized that they can be more than what they already are. And they found self-love, left the BS behind, basically, and everything that doesn't serve them. And yeah, now it's stepping through a portal. Oh, closed cycles. Now, you know what? It's not often that I read on a masculine energy that is doing so good. Like, I mean, this is good spiritual work. It's grounded. It's, you know, it's in reality. There's a certain earthiness about it. Yeah, so now there's a future. So you close the cycle, took control of your life, found self-love. Times are changing because of it. It's like you moved your own wheel of fortune out of like sheer free will. And you're stepping into the future. What else is here for the Emperor? Yeah, we have the Four of Pentacles. Maybe you realize that something wasn't working and now you want to make it work properly. So you're going to build this foundation properly. You're going to put in the work. It's like you're determined to do what it takes. Yeah, and you're getting activated, you're getting moving, you're taking action here. This is a very nice energy. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, you know that in order for you to build this, you're at a level of maturity where you understand that it's going to take time and work. And you're okay with that. You're absolutely fine with it. You're not afraid to put in the work. There's no laziness. There's no rushing this. This is a very mature, stable energy. You're going to take your time and you're going to build something really, really beautiful here. But, you know, the main thing is here that you found self-love and being happy with yourself and contentment, self-contentment. Like, you can even see it on this card. Like, look at this guy just sitting there living his dream. Doesn't care, you know, is completely submerged in water, yet not afraid. Not delusional either, because water has a way, if you lose control of your water element, you get quite delusional sometimes. That's when we get into like paranoid stuff and conspiracy theories and all sorts of things. What do we have with the Emperor Spirit, please? A journey. So you know it's a journey, and a journey is not only one jump or 2 steps. It's a whole lot of steps. See, and look how happy she is to move forward. It's like, yeah, I'm in between worlds right now. I'm crossing over on the other side. That's fine, you know. I don't know exactly where I'm going, but look, there are landmarks, there are signs to guide me. The happiness in this reading though, man, and the self-contentment, like, I love it. This is great. And you know what? I think I've had the same reading I did earlier, the collective, and it was for the feminine part of this Lovers. And yeah, she closed the cycle too. She did amazing. So there's a coming together of masculine and feminine energies. There's like a union happening, a contract. There you go, contract. Yeah, and this Emperor is very happy with this contract, you know. He knows that, you know, when he signs up for something, he has to accomplish it. He has to see it through to the end. That doesn't make him paranoid, doesn't make him avoidant. He doesn't want to run. He's just like, yeah, we're here. Let's do this. Let's do it properly, even. Man, this is a proper father figure, honestly. Like, I would have loved to have this person as a father, as a husband, as a friend, like anything. Yeah, walking away with the Wheel of Fortune, you walked away from something. And exactly like I said, things that don't serve you, like stuff you were investing in and they weren't, you didn't see any return, like maybe you invested in relationship, time, energy, money, all of this, and you weren't quite getting anything that actually made you truly happy. So you switch stuff. You're like, yeah, there's another way. There's got to be another way. I'm gonna go find it, whatever it takes. Yeah, broken heart, because you kept getting your heart broken and you were sick of it, and at one point you learned the lesson and you were like, why am I doing this? Why do I need somebody? Why can I not do this alone? And that's what you did, and now I bet you're gonna walk into your person. Yeah, with the thinking woman, you're very open about your future here. There's a very nice mix of masculine and feminine energies, and you're willing to learn. It's like you came to terms with the fact that you might not know exactly where you're going. You might not see every single detail, but you're okay with that. You know that it's a journey, it's a challenge. It's a story, and you're gonna be the one to write it. You're the main character. This is nice. This is seriously such a nice reading. Yeah, appreciation. You have appreciation of, like the process of taking time to build something properly. You're okay to wait when you need to wait. You don't need to jump in relationships like head first. You're not afraid to lose people now. You came to the conclusion that, to the understanding that, like when you lose people, you learn from those relationships and everything has an ending and you're okay with that. You understand that there's a certain sadness you gotta work through when relationships come apart, and that's perfectly fine. It's like you appreciate the whole process. You appreciate life with everything positive and negative that it brings. And that's the reason why the negative won't even be like as deep and painful as it was before. Now you're open, right? And when you embrace challenges, the pain is just not there. It's like, yeah, you just see it in a different way. And you're about to start something here, like very, very passionately. There's like a lighting up of your of the way you move, the energies you move with. Yeah, maybe maybe you've decided something to do. You've decided to do something about, it's almost like your energetic bank, like it could be finances as well, to kind of like light it up and do things in a different way. It could very well be about finances. Maybe you've decided to start your own business. Maybe you've decided to get a new job. You've decided to move to a different country. But whatever it is, you're like, yeah, I'm about to get over this, like worry that I don't have enough, that I am not enough, that, my coffers are empty kind of energy. Let me just, first chakra, Archangel Michael. Yeah, it's about, this is about your roots. Maybe you thought before that being stable, you need to, have a house, have a job, have all this. And now you understand that stability really, it's a thing of the spirit. When you're stable in spirit, when your mind, your heart, your body are aligned, it's like you find a way. It's not everything is about finance. Is about display of wealth and like all these things that makes people feel included and important. You're like, yeah, no, stability, it's about more than that. Let me get a card here for this financial constraints. Yeah, change. You want to transform it. You're the way you look at wealth in general, I think, is changing as well. You used to see wealth in one way. Maybe you used to strive for it, to have to be in a certain relationship, to be looked at, in a certain light. But you're like, no, everything is changing, and I am changing with the times. Yeah, if your financial situation was hard before, it was because of all this energy that you were expanding to people that didn't return the same energy to you. Now that you fixed that, it's you're really going into abundance here. Yeah, you used to be tormented, like literally, like so afraid of not having enough, or not being maybe what you need to be at this age. But yeah, no, that's changing. It's like you paused, and now something else is being solidified in your life here. You're ascending, right? So the things, it's like the toys you used to play with, you're too old for that now. Like, you don't want the car, you don't want the plane anymore, you don't want the expensive clothes, you don't want to show up at certain parties anymore. You're like, no, like, wealth is about more than that. Let me get a closing message for you here. Yeah, education. If you've decided to again, like, start a new business or anything here, there's a lot of information that's available to you here, and your ancestors are also teaching you how to build this proper foundation that you're building here, right? So if we're talking spiritually, you're finding that self-love, that happiness, that then that's the foundation you build the rest of your life on, right? Like, what's with us within, so without. But either way, there's a lot of information available to you now. Whichever direction you choose to go, is like you will have, it's almost like it comes with a manual. Yeah, and that will be made available to you at the right time. Right, the wave, yeah, exactly. So you're just gonna make it up as you go, kind of thing, right? No more stress. You trust yourself now to solve problems, right? You used to maybe be afraid that you couldn't solve a problem. You needed mom, you needed dad, you needed friends, you needed a lawyer, you needed whatever. It's like now you're like, yeah, when that happens, I'm just gonna, ride the wave and go with the flow, and we'll go from there. Yeah, magic stream, right? Because that everything good that happens, every blessing comes from the universe, doesn't come from people, even though sometimes it might come through people. Everything that comes from the universe, and that flow, as long as you accept it, it just keeps on coming, doesn't matter what you are. Yeah. So you're okay with even hitting rock bottom. You're like, you know what? I've hit rock bottom before. I'm still here. I'm a little bit bruised, maybe, but like, I mean, heck, I'm still here. I still got myself, and it's me that got me out of this rock bottom situation. So I'm good now. Yeah, you had to cross mountains. You have to find a way through the mountain, because climbing it was impossible, right? It's like you couldn't go around it, you couldn't climb it, but you had to make it on the other side. And it looks like you found the tunnel, and that was closing that cycle you closed there. Yeah, into the unknown. You weren't you it's like you found the tunnel. It was very dark, you couldn't see very far in front of you, but you just kept taking steps, one step at a time, until you rescued yourself. You didn't wait for anybody to rescue you. You just kept going, and you kept going, and it's like you got like so determined. Your free will really carried you through it all. Yeah. And now something else inside you came back to life. That's your desire to live and to build and to experience life like it's meant to be experienced. Yeah, see, and now the ghost lands came up in the reverse, right? So it's almost like you wanted to attract people, you wanted to act a certain way so people are around you. Now it's like you don't even care if you're alone. You're like, yeah, I don't need people. If it's a ghost lands around here and I'm just here, you know that your spirits are with you. You're never truly alone when you have yourself, and you figured that out now. Yeah, so now you're flying through issues. Whatever hard, if something is too hard, you just hand it to the universe. You're like, I have no control over that. Let thy will be done kind of situation. Yeah, and you have a lot of magic protecting you. This is divine mother energy here, and it's protecting you. Yeah, it's giving you the strength of nature, and it's showing you how to make the right choice. Yeah, and that's how you reached your the peak of your joy, because there's a lot of joy in feeling good and proud of yourself here. Yeah, wizard of awareness. You change the way you look at things. You change your perspective and your life, change. Yeah, that's when you started the movement forward. Okay, let's get one or two more cards and we'll close this collective reading here. Yeah, see, oh my God, we had a lot of deception there, and you started going a different direction. You're like, I do not need that anymore. Rather than having deception, I will just go alone. I will brave, the storm and go through it alone. Yeah, rather than be bogged down in low vibrations and stuff, see, like, it's a flower, is very tempting, is very inviting, but it has thorns, and it goes right hand in hand with this cloak and dagger deception card, right? So you were like, yeah, I'm tired of people saying they love me and they stab me in the back, like thinking everybody's dangerous now. Yeah, and you move the heck away. You cast the circle, you raise vibration. So we have low vibration caused by deception and a whole lot of negative things from people in your circle, and you went straight to high vibration. And now your soul tribe is coming in, right? Because you raised your vibration. It's almost like you created a circle around yourself of protection. You woke up, in other words. Yeah, and that's how the stagnation ended. And you're ascending now. I got ascension twice in this reading. Yeah, so it's great. Yeah, you got invited. The spirit sent you the invitation and you said yes. Oh, I know you have freedom to dance and to move. This is an absolutely beautiful reading. I will leave this reading at this. You guys, thank you so much for being here with me for this collective reading, and I will catch you in the next one.